coming up on The Right Stuff. After having their chance to horse around, it's time for Chris and Scott to buck up, as they're tied for last as we inch closer to the end game. Today, Carbon Express crossbows. The guys will have their bow skills challenged on this test of speed and accuracy. Completion time is important, but missing won't do these guys any favors. Coming up next on The Right Stuff. It's day 7 on The Right Stuff, and the guys are sharpening up their bow skills.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How we feeling?
Good.
Everybody get a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Everybody get a little bit of practice on these Carbon Express awesome crossbows that we're going to be firing today?
Yeah, a little bit.
You did? Yes, a little bit. Some of you, a couple of you, 2 or 3 of you. Well, here's what's going to happen today, fellas. For our challenge today, you're going to be shooting the Carbon Express crossbows. All right. Now, we've had a little bit of practice time off camera with them, but you didn't know what the challenge was going to be. So here's the deal. You're going to be back here lined up behind the stumps. You're going to get 6 bolts. Out of those 6 bolts, you have 4 targets that you need to engage downrange. 2 at the short, 2 at the furthest target. Now, through the furthest target, we're going to be shooting through our ring of fire. So basically, all you got to do is put your marksmanship skills, do a little windage, figure out, where the bolt's flying, and hit the balloons. Everybody think they can accomplish this task?
Yeah. See what we can do.
Did you say simple?
No promises.
Simple? Do you want to go first?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay, just checking. All right. Well, do we have an order? Do we know who's going to shoot first?
I'll go first.
Scott's going. Well, Scott already beat you to it, so Scott's going first. Well, let's get back here. Let's get our crossbows ready to go. Let's grab our bolts, and we'll fling some arrows downrange, fellas.
Do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
Do it.
The Right Stuff is brought to you by Stag Arms, Smith & Wesson, and Progressive Force Concepts. The competition will begin when The Right Stuff returns. The Right Stuff is brought to you by Fiocchi, Tough One, and Savage Range Systems.
You let me know when you're ready, and I'll count you in.
All right, Scott, get it, man. Shooter ready.
All right, shooter ready. Stand by. Go.
Well, coming into this competition, I don't have much crossbow experience. I really don't. I'm an archer. I do have a crossbow in the house. My wife and kids shoot it, but I'm a dedicated, archer, so I had never really spent much time behind one.
Check your wind.
Move your thumb.
There you go.
Nice shot. Nice shot. We're losing our gas.
3 more, brother. 3 more.
Probably soon. I know. Probably soon.
Thumb.
Yep.
Nice and easy. Nice.
Nice.
Good shot. Okay, remember, change positions.
Well, coming into tonight's Campfire Armory, this has become sort of a repetitive cycle for me that I'm always on the chopping block. So I'm right there. I have shot well throughout the competition, and I've done what I can do. However, I'm holding the least amount of bullets. I believe Chris and I are tied for the least amount of bullets. I'm on the chopping block. I'm a little nervous, but I'll tell you, I've had a great time here. I've made some really good friends, and you know, even if I get sent home tonight, I'm leaving here happy. Met a lot of good people. I put out a good show. I've done the best I can do, and I'll leave here with no regrets. I've had a good time.
Tom? Yep.
Nice and easy. Time.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Nice job, brother. Nice, good job.
Every hunter deserves the highest level of quality and performance. Carbon Express crossbows not only have power and speed, they are designed for all types of hunters, with an optimal balance point that helps deliver deadly accuracy.
You let me know when you're ready, brother.
I'm ready.
You ready? All right, shooter ready. Stand by. Go. One down. Good shot. Nice shot.
Well, I was thrown into this thing. I've shot a bow and arrow. I've shot a crossbow one time, and it's been several years ago.
Nice.
Two down. Nice job. Okay, remember, switch positions.
Well, you know what? I'm actually a little bit disappointed because we're sending a ferocious competitor home. Don't know exactly which one it'll be. Both of them have, they've been team players throughout the entire thing. I know that it's got to be one of two guys that's going home. So, you know, I'm disappointed at that.
Nice shot.
Rocking and rolling. You got her.
One more, brother.
Good.
Nice and easy.
Come on, take.
I'm comfortable because, you know, I've got more bullets than two of my competitors. But you know, that's what this game is. It's about accumulating bullets, and that's what I'm here for.
Boom.
Nice.
That's one. Right there. Good shooting right there.
Good job, brother. Very nice. How'd it feel?
Good.
You breathing now?
Breathing.
Get your breath.
I was breathing while I was shooting, right?
Were you?
Right.
Were you? Okay, because I didn't see that.
Good job.
The Right Stuff is brought to you by Wiley X, Tannerite, Frog Lube, and Hobie. The Right Stuff is brought to you by Icon Coolers, Under Armour, and Corral Boots.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by. Go.
Nice.
Nice.
Either way, Val. It'll work either way. Just whichever way it goes. Just run with it.
Just pull it.
Yeah. Either way.
Nice.
Come on, man. Come on.
All right.
No biggie, you got 2 shots to make it up.
Relax.
These guys are good. You know, obviously it shows the difference between the older, experienced guys who have fired a crossbow or archery many times versus myself or the other Californian contestant.
All right, favor. You got a little wind. Favor. Favor valve. So it's keeping a tight
Just
group.
relax.
Shake
Breathe.
left. And look, you're just a tiny bit high, bro. Shake. There we
Nice.
go.
Now, move on. Change positions.
Remember your spot in the opposite.
I want to win this. You know, I came here to win it. I'm doing everything I can.
Steady.
Looks like it's not enough, but I'm not out of it yet, and I'm going to keep fighting.
Breathe, bro. Get steady. You need the hits right now. Still, don't worry about the time.
Watch your finger. Finger.
Watch your finger. Yeah, good.
Come on.
Just low.
Stay
Come on,
focused.
get another one.
Where is it? Under the orange? How low? Just low.
Just underneath.
Okay, just under. So half target, quarter target up. Quarter target up.
I threw it.
All right. Take the time, get this hit.
Good count.
Quarter target up. Good breathe. Good trigger control, man.
All right, brother.
All right, man. All right. All right.
Good job, brother.
A little bit of wind. A little bit of wind.
Luminox, with its legendary performance and quality, is the official watch of The Right Stuff. Luminox's self-powered illumination allows one to view time at a glance, no matter what the light level, even in complete darkness.
All right, Chris, get some.
Let us know when you're ready. Shooter ready. Stand by. Go.
I didn't see it.
So just about 10 o'clock on the
Are you
yellow
hearing that?
balloon.
Are you hearing that?
Right over the top.
10 o'clock.
Is it 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock?
11. Quarter target down.
Nice and steady.
Nice.
go.
Good shot.
Money.
Good shot. Nice recovery.
You know, going into tonight's armory, I feel all right. It's going to really, I think, come down to whoever's getting that
Nice and easy.
right stuff bullet. Whether me or another contestant goes home. If I'm here to stay, then man, I'm here to play. Let's rock and roll, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna make a fight for you to send me home.
Sure that arrow's in there.
No.
Nope. It's not seen.
All right, we're good. Fundamental. Bingo.
Nice.
Go to the next one.
Nice. Change positions.
Remember your line.
Don't worry
It
about it.
doesn't matter either way. Fundamental.
Nice.
Perfect. One more.
Yep. All right.
Make it
Make
count.
it
All
count.
right.
Fundamental. Zero win.
Yeah.
Boom. Time.
Good job.
Bingo.
Nice.
Nice.
Bingo. That was nice, Chris. Good job, Chris.
Good job, brother.
This one, but
No,
Almost.
it looked good. Everything was right on.
That's good.
Fellas, we all learned a great deal about archery today, didn't we?
a little bit.
We learned how those small little tidbits of wind throw arrows just enough to where it won't hit a balloon, you know. And there's a lot riding on this competition. I mean, you guys know that unfortunately today somebody goes home, which, you know, sucks. But at the same time, We all know how the points are stacking up and all that kind of good stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's head to Campfire Armory and we will discuss all this with some bullets. How about that?
All right.
Good.
All right, guys, let's do it.
The Right Stuff is brought to you by Lacrosse Footwear, Coleman, and Chef 5 Minute Meals. The Right Stuff is brought to you by Jack Daniels and Burdett and Son.
Come on in here, my flag-waving Americans. How we doing, boys?
Doing good.
Good.
I'm not making a phone call. I'm actually pulling up your times from today's event. How'd everybody feel today?
All right.
Patriotic.
Patriotic. Scott, how did you feel on your shooting of the crossbow today?
Well, my shooting was good. The marksmanship fundamentals and everything. Once I get down behind the bow, I was fine. Made a couple errors here and there loading. The bow that I chose to load was a little slower than the other one, and that might have affected me. But accuracy was right on the money.
So it's kind of it's a discipline that you understood.
I do.
It's something that you've never shot.
That is correct.
This type of event, because our two gentlemen here in the middle, Val and Chris, both of them, never shot a crossbow, and to the best of my knowledge have
Never thrown a bow.
zero archery experience whatsoever.
Never throw a bow.
So, well, I mean, but guys, and that's what I was explaining to you during the challenge, is that when you're shooting a projectile coming out of a rifle barrel at several thousand feet per second, there's not a lot of time for the wind to affect it in a short distance. I mean, when you're talking, 50 yards, 45, 50 yards, something like that, with a bullet, it's there before it has the opportunity for the wind to really mess with it much.
Sure.
However, when you have a bolt or an arrow in a crossbow, in a longbow, in a recurve, in a compound, any of those type archery principles, when you're shooting it down through there and it's moving at a couple hundred feet per second,
Oh, it's shocking.
it's amazing how much that little bit of wind can push that bolt that far out.
Massively.
Having said all of that, the gentleman that came out on top today,
Very, very much so.
who just absolutely rocked
Smoked
it,
us.
rocked it, my friend Tate. So I'm going to give you my chapstick. No, I'm actually going to give you your bullet. There you go. There you go.
Congratulations, brother. Good job.
Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to quickly go down and give you some of the times that we had here on this one, because I think it's important for you guys to understand. Tate, you rocked all four. You shot 4 arrows. You hit 4 balloons in 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's pretty smoking.
It's smoking.
Now, where it gets a little crazy is that Val and Scott were 0.3 of a second difference between you.
It's very close.
You came in
close.
Scott was at 246.8, Val you at 246.5. So that's very close, very close. Today we have to send somebody home, and everybody kind of knows where they're ranking here. And I got to be honest with you, this is the part of this show that I hate the most. Today I have to give the bullet, though, to the guy who did a great job on shooting and at the same time had a great attitude and a great recovery. Chris, I got to be honest with you, brother. You surprised me and you impressed me today, because when you threw your first arrow and you missed, it's very easy in a competition to let that stress get to you. To freak out. The one thing that you did not do today was you showed that true competitive spirit by maintaining calm, by focusing in on the task at hand, and that's truly why I'm giving you the Right Stuff bullet for today.
Thank you, sir.
So,
There you go, man.
congratulations on that.
Good earned.
Yeah.
Tate now leads with 4 bullets, and Chris and Val are tied with 3.
And that brings us to my worst part of the day. Everybody has to look at their bandoliers, and you know where you rank, you know where you scored. And unfortunately, Scott, we have to send you home, brother.
That'll work.
Thank you for being here.
Hey, no problem.
You
I
are
appreciate it.
you're a true gentleman. You are a true warrior, and I hate to have to send you home.
And a fierce competitor.
Absolutely a fierce
Absolutely.
competitor. And I got to be honest with you, I want to tell you something real quick.
Sure.
I've watched you throughout this week. I've watched you with the other competitors. I've watched you coach. I've watched you just be a gentleman. And unfortunately, it all comes down to how many bullets you have in your bandolier.
Absolutely.
And I want you to know that anytime we're out in your neck of the woods, I want you to come see us.
Absolutely.
Hang your bandolier
No
up,
problem.
and thank you for coming out with us, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Fair and square. It was fair and square. You guys beat.
See you later.
No problem.
Right now, I'm just, you know, taking in everything that just happened. It's not a shock. You know, I expected more of myself. There's a couple little, you know, challenges that I could have done just a little bit better. Just a few little things would have put me over the edge. So it's 100% on me, 100%. So right now I'm just thinking about getting home to my kids and, you know, arranging my travel, things of that nature, and that's about it.
Let's call it a day, because I don't like this part of the show. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll have some fun, the three of you. We'll shoot a little bit more, do some more competition, and unfortunately we'll have to send somebody else home. So let's rest up for the evening. Let's call it a day, and we'll continue this tomorrow.
Roger.
All right. Have a great evening, fellas.
Next time on The Right Stuff, Chris, Tate, and Val battle out with pistols to see who's going in to the finale. The guys task each other with difficult target tests to see who's the better shot in the Smith & Wesson Game of S&W. Next time on The Right Stuff.
Another fantastic Shipman Agency production.